Trying to reconnect. All right, let's see if we can wait for some more people to join us today. This is Samuel.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We're just going to go ahead and go in. People can catch up a little bit later. But so tell me a little bit about yourself, Samuel.
I'm 53 years old. Been to the military, been in prison half my life, been doing drugs all my life, and I'm pretty much on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But all the stuff I learned, I try to assist and help people that's going through the things I've been through. So that pretty much keeps me, occupied.
Absolutely, absolutely. So earlier today, I snapped a photo of a 7-Eleven posting saying that panhandling, it can be attributed to the spread of the virus and to not support panhandlers. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's incorrect because this COVID shit was going on. Panhandling been going on for years. Hustling or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? People that's in the slump, you know what I'm saying? Bombs or however you want to call the homeless people, you know what I'm saying? They've been around for years and COVID wasn't here. So now that COVID here, they try to blame it on that. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's just another way to deny, you know what I'm saying, people that need help from getting help. That's what I think.
Excellent point. So some people would say that shelters are there for people to get some of the help that they need. Would you say that shelters in the city are adequate, that they suffice for providing provisions for folks in need?
I do in a way, but I don't, because I do for the fact to say that, if you're actually looking for help, you got people in there that's really God felt and God led, so they will help you. But then it's one thing I learned about salvation: you can't buy salvation and you can't sell salvation. So, they takes a lot of things, just like Salvation Army, they bring things in, you know what I'm saying, that's given to them to give to people that need it, and instead of giving it, they discard it amongst themselves, and then whatever they don't discard, they sell the rest. That's not the way it's supposed to go, I don't think.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about what it's like, say at Salvation Army or say at the different shelters that offer provisions. Would you say that they're adequate? Do you say that they meet the needs of the people?
They do and they don't. I got to say that in two ways, because you got good people in every aspect. You got good people in every position, you know what I'm saying? But you also got people that really don't care, and you know what I'm saying, they financially is chasing money, you know what I'm saying? So I can't say it as much. I think it's like a 50-50 thing, more like a 70-30, with 70 being the most of the people that's doing it for the money, most people are doing it for the charity, most people are doing it for the recognition, you know what I'm saying? And the 30 other people that really working hard and actually going broke and doing everything they can to serve people that actually need help, or people that's doing worse or have lesser than them, you know what I'm saying, to assist them, to help them, you know what I'm saying, the best way you know how. So, but I still say it's up to the individual, you know what I'm saying? And I done been through them, mastered the programs, all kinds of shit like that, but for me, I wasn't ready to stop. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to stop living on the street. It's a sense of freedom to me. At the same token, it stops me from having to be bombarded and up on the rules and regulations that I disagree with, or that I feel like might be treating me a whole different way than how they treat other people.
I understand. So individuals, how would you say that individuals could best help folks in need? When you drive past somebody who's homeless, when you see about somebody who needs help, what needs to be done? What's the best thing that somebody can do in order to help out?
Actually, you know what I'm saying, I believe that giving to the charity funds, that shit don't matter. And a lot of people that give to the big charity funds, they just doing it as a tax write-off. That's just my opinion. But if you really want to help people, go through some of the local hoods, go through some of the local places where they starving, where they actually don't have anything to eat, where they sleeping in tents, where they sleeping up on the bridges, where they sleeping, you know what I'm saying? You got to search these people out, and then a lot of people have never been through it, so they probably wouldn't recognize it. But the people that have, you know what I'm saying, and they know poverty and everything, you can go there and you can see the difference between the bullshit and the real shit. They look and smell so much alike, but they're totally different. You know what I'm saying? You got to start getting out there with people. You can't do your footwork, you know what I'm saying, 15 feet high in your office building. And I think that the groundwork is being done now. And most things that comes up, it comes from the bottom. I never seen a building built from the top down. It's always starts from the foundation. So you got to get back to the foundation and find out really what's happening with that, because if that breaks loose, then everything is destroyed, I think.
Absolutely. So what would you say to people who say, you know what, homeless people, they need to help themselves. They need to get out there, get a job. They need to do it themselves. What would you say to those people?
I say it was the people that, like, when one man asked him, the richest man asked him what she do to follow Jesus, and Jesus said, give you all your riches. I think in order for you to really understand that, and you really feel like that, because more people are really born blessed here with the silver spoon. We talk about that all the time. But most people actually have an advantage. If my father worked in the field, your father worked in the bank, and 25, 30 years later, 300 years later, guess what? Y'all still have interest, and y'all still have, you know what I'm saying, you people are still in that bank area, and my people are still in the field area. So yeah, it makes a difference. But for the people that say they don't need help, I ask you to try 30 days. 30 days. Fuck it, let's say 2-3 weeks. Just try the homeless life. You know what I'm saying? Set aside all your value. It's not like camping. When you go camping and got your tent, your brand new tent and your frying pan, none of that shit. I'm talking about just leave everything and step on a tree and survive for 2-3 weeks. And then you tell me what you see, and you tell me how you're treated. And you tell me what you think. Don't leave your bank card, leave all that shit that you provided with, leave it there. And just take that journey just for a week or two. And then you tell me what you think. And you tell me some of the reactions you get from people. And you tell me, you know what I'm saying, then you come back and tell the public how you feel. You can't tell me anything about something that you have no experience in, but you only been reading books on, you know what I'm saying, what you've been taught. That's not good enough. If you haven't lived it, you haven't experienced, you haven't the real knowledge of really what goes on when you have nothing, then how could you tell me about how to do better? But I love my people, I love all people. You know what I'm saying? I try to do what I do to help. For the stuff I've been through, most people are just going through, so I try to assist them the best way I can. So that's just me. I'm just one out of a lot. So you gotta talk to different individuals. Different individuals got different opinions, different understanding, different perspective. There's no two people on earth alike. God made our individuals, so you gotta start dealing with individuals. You can't treat one person like a group of people. You gotta deal with individuals. Everybody got their own feelings, their own thoughts. That's just my opinion.
Your opinion matters, and I appreciate you for even doing this.
That's no problem.
A final question.
Okay.
A lot of people say, well, a lot of people could be homeless because they don't ask for help. They don't ask for from their family. What would you say about that assessment? Tying into what you said is that all people who are homeless are not the same and they don't have all the same story.
That's right.
Would you say that people who are homeless are trying not to burden their family members? Would you say that it's more so of a social thing where it's like there's a disconnect there? Maybe they're running away from abuse. You know, what would you say the real reason is that they're born into network or born into community is not the one that's going to be sourcing their support?
I'll say this right up. I say I learned how to use I statement. That's something somebody told me. But me personally, the only way I was gonna be able to find myself is separate myself from the people that I love and the people I know love me. If not, I would be running in and out, dealing with this drug, dealing with the streets, dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And that kills a family. That kills a relationship. That kills understanding. That kills loyalty. That kills a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us get it, yeah. And we realize the people, they say if you really love something, let it go. That's how we see it. I'd rather push my family back and face the street instead of continue running in and out my wife's house or my mom's house or my sister or cousin, and, you know what I'm saying, in line, you know what I'm saying, to my people that really love me. You know, I'd rather deal with this, and it's hard for them to accept that because they'll say, you put drugs, you love drugs. It's not that. It's that if I'm dealing with this drug and I'm dealing with you, I'm hurting you more than I'm hurting myself, and that hurts me more. Because I gotta continue to lie to you, turn my phone off, hide up, get other people to lie for me, lie to my grandbabies, lie to my daughters, I don't wanna do that. So I gotta go out here and stand on this ground, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not bringing the negative back to the people I love. I'm not taking this for me and taking it back into the house and destroying the people that are trying to, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice to love and still hold on to what they got. So then I try to use the strength that I have and the stuff that I learned and what I've been through, you know what I'm saying, to help the people that's going through what I've been through and what I'm practically still going through. But I love y'all, man. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? This beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? She's been on it. She's been chasing the story. More people need to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Outskirts looking in don't work. You just like the square outside the circle. We understand that. But I'm part of the circle, so you can holler at me. You can holler at my sis. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to bring it to you raw and uncut. We could go deeper, but I don't think y'all ready for that right now. So we're gonna keep it
I
light.
appreciate you, Samuel.
All the time.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I've been trying to get at you for a minute to do this. I appreciate it.
I know it. We're cool.
All right, man.
Hey, I'm on vacation.
God bless you. All right. See you. As y'all know, drugs are not a poor people's problem. There's plenty of people who come from trust funds, who have lots of resources, who use and abuse drugs. And so when we make judgments about people, I don't think it's quite fair. I don't think it's quite fair. But I believe that if there's an issue, you always want to understand all sides of a story. You want to understand what everybody feels, okay? So sure, 7-Eleven might feel uncomfortable by having panhandlers in front of their doors, but what do the people feel? What is your city doing currently? I know that California uses storm provisions or storm containers to build homeless shelters for people. But I know here in Dallas, Texas, there's not a lot of provisions in place. You know, our temperatures dropped below freezing this weekend. We had snow yesterday. So people are outside in their tents and their blankets in the snow with no place to go, sleeping under a bridge. 7-Eleven, in my opinion, you know what? So people have to pass through you and say, no, we're yes to giving. That's the least we could do. Where's our hearts, people? Where's our hearts? Thanks to all for watching. Please share, please like. I will post this to my YouTube channel when I get home and download it. Please start the discussion. If you agree, if you disagree, it doesn't matter. We need to have this conversation as a country. Thank you.